Hi, I'm Mike Snook, founder of NIMBY.
And I'm Dave Pedroli. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video on our Indiegogo fundraiser.
NIMBY is an industrial art space in East Oakland where creatives and small businesses can come in and rent space to create projects and whatever it is that they want to do.
Yeah, we have 65,000 square feet, both indoors and out. We have a main room that we use for production, theater work, things of that sort, in addition to shops in the back.
We have a bunch of shared tools and cooperative areas where people can come together and work out the problems of their projects.
NIMBY is a great place because it gives you have the space and all the equipment to give you the ability to conduct any sort of project that you imagine or you want to do.
We call it NIMBY because every time we started a project at the house or at other spaces, somebody would come in and say, you can't do that here. You can't build this float here. You can't build this rocket car here. You can't test this flamethrower here. And we just adopted the real estate term, not in my backyard.
NIMBY is an awesome place because I can do here what I can't do anywhere else. And, you know, welding, metal fabrication, mechanicking, basically whatever you want to do, there's definitely going to be a ton of resources here to do it.
One of the things that's great about being here at NIMBY is access to the heavy machinery, things like forklifts. Maria weighs 10,000 pounds, and you know, coming here from my own workspace before, I couldn't have done the project without access to the equipment.
And NIMBY is built out of necessity. There's just too many restrictions for people to do things, and this is a space where people can actually come and work in a real creative, collaborative environment.
The community here is really amazing. You know, we've got woodworkers, fabricators, robotics people, machinists, mechanics, painters, sculptors, jewelry makers, chefs, glass blowers. There's such a wide array of skill sets, and and all the people with those skill sets are creative, motivated individuals, so it creates a wonderful opportunity to interact with other people who are also creative and that might bring something to your project that you couldn't do yourself, or that maybe you wouldn't have thought of in the first place. And so the presence of so many different such a diversity of creative peoples in one space really creates a great dynamic that I haven't seen replicated in very many places.
NIMBY to me is a very creative space. It's been around in the Bay Area for such a long time before I came here, and it's inspired people for a long time. And I've always been personally quite inspired by a lot of the pieces and the work that's come out of here.
We started NIMBY back in 2004. We wanted a workspace where we could work on our projects. We thought we'd get 3 or 4 people together, and we were looking for about 2,500 square feet. With the modern wonders of computers, the computer kicked out a space with 28,000 square feet, and we thought, hey, we'll rent to more of our friends. Not necessarily the best business plan, but here we are today.
Now it's more than doubled, and we still need more room.
Dave and Snook are wonderful. They have been continuously helpful in getting me in the door, getting us set up in our shop. Dave helps me regularly with machine work that I need done for my motorcycle projects. And, well, Snook really does a good job of keeping the place running from what I can tell, so.
Snook and Dave are both amazing men. They are so helpful with anything you could ever possibly want. They just know how to get stuff, and without their support I wouldn't be where I am right now.
What I love about NIMBY, the people. Mike, he's just like a big teddy bear, a lovable guy. And of course Dave, he always provides the expert opinion that sometimes we need, and he provides us with tools and make life very easy for us. but the people. What you see, what you get. The real world, or maybe fantasy world. And that's basically what I love about here, and I intend to continue being here, even though I'm almost done with my dream, which is almost a gourmet kitchen on wheel. I built it from here, and I used almost 30% of the material I used. It came out of NIMBY. It was, of course, a donation, and this is one of the great things about NIMBY, and that they will help you out with your project. And you feel like you belong to a big family. And I don't intend to give up this family for as long as I can help it. That's all.
If I don't stay here, I cannot make that much work. I mean, this place not only for me working, you know, it's also making me comfortable and make me can be thinking a lot. And here I have a lot of good artists right here, so we learn each other. So that's important. So I love here and here. I don't know if I don't have space right here. I don't know what I can do. That's my problem. So I hope no problem.
We're doing a fundraiser to put us back on top again. We've spent the last few years becoming compliant with the city, addressing all of their issues. Fire extinguishers, fire exits, emergency evacuation plans, engineering, and all of our extra funds that we would have normally thrown into equipment would have been passed off into directions we would not have normally given.
They've been diverted to the city, pretty much.
With the money from this fundraiser, we'd like to install equipment we already have. We've got a 12,000-pound car lift. We have a great wood shop.
Yeah, we have a full set of woodworking tools, electrical for containers, expand our welding area with more outlets.
We'd like to get some exhaust hoods in for the glass blowers and the mechanics.
And maintenance, some deferred maintenance. We've got some valves on the forklifts that have to be taken care of. And before tearing them apart, we need to know that we can afford to replace them, not knowing what it is. That's the part of the problem, is not having a cushion. And we need to have a little cushion for maintenance issues.
Brakes are good.
Brakes are always good.
There's all kinds of ways you can help us. You can forward this onto your lists, share this with your employers. Sometimes there's matching donations programs, whatever you call them.
Yeah, we can do a tax-deductible letter for you through our fiscal sponsor. And a lot of times you have a matching funds that come out. I know Adobe has it. There were several companies that were mentioned. So you can help us that way. You can pass it on to your Twitter, Facebook, Google, all the social media. Send it out there. You never know who's really interested, who might be intrigued with what we're doing down here at NIMBY, or someone that has a bunch of equipment in the garage. They have no clue what to do with it. They don't really want to sell it. They want it to go to a good home. NIMBY's a good home for that. Woodworking equipment, metal equipment, jewelry making. There's lots of ways to help without directly donating.
All right, check out some of our great perks over here and the marketplace over here.
You got to scroll down because they're way down there.
We've got
patches, stickers,
flasks,
mousetrap.
Mousetrap?
No, I guess it's a nose picker. Mousetraps in Texas. Deal with it here, folks. It's cold. We have the marketplace. It's loaded with art items, objects from around NIMBY, stuff that you can't live without. Guaranteed you'll find something you like in there. It's all in a first come, first serve. Pins.
Yeah, oh yeah, we have sterling silver pins, I believe they are.
We've been sitting here for 14 hours in a cold, dark warehouse with blazing lights. And we know that you're sitting here painfully watching us, so thank you for taking the time to do so. And remember, share this with your friends. There's a button. Use your cursor and reach down and click the share button.
Thanks for watching this video. I'm glad it's done.
If there was no place like NIMBY, how would it be?
I'll be dying.